I would cry, she would cry because I would cry. You know, it's just like an empathy orgy. That's what this was.
Well, we learned a lot at this year's Sundance Film Festival in Park City, Utah. From Bundy to big bucks to things that go bump in the night, here are 3 big takeaways from Sundance 2019 so far. His name is infamous, his reputation insidious, and he cast a shadow over all of Sundance 2019. His name? Zac Efron.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am that innocent suspect.
Efron plays serial killer Ted Bundy in Sundance sensation Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. The project made waves from the moment it was announced that a heartthrob former tween star would portray a monster responsible for heinous crimes and over 30 murders throughout the 70s. And the star addressed how his persona would affect the performance when he visited the IMDb studio at Acura Festival Village.
The last thing I wanted was to do something that seemed like a desperate move to not be Troy Bolton anymore, because I love Troy Bolton. It's been years, but I love that dude. And I didn't want to make a movie that was glorifying a killer, hacking, slashing. That's not really my thing. But this is much more interesting and goes into the psyche of 2 very interesting people, and it's very personal and honest.
Then Netflix capitalized on the new interest in the murders by releasing a docu-series called Conversations with the Killer: The Ted Bundy Tapes.
I'm more popular than Disney World.
Which led to more uncomfortable discussions of the real killer's good looks. So the streaming network took it upon themselves to nip that conversation in the bud with tweets like, "I've seen a lot of talk about Ted Bundy's alleged hotness and would like to gently remind everyone that there are literally thousands of hot men on the service, almost all of whom are not convicted serial murderers."
You don't actually believe this garbage, do you?
Festival buyers have been gun-shy to spend big after recent box office flops, but 2019 flipped that script with a number of record deals right out of the gate. Mindy Kaling charmed Amazon Studios into a $13 million paycheck for Late Night, her film about the world of talk shows. She was on scene at the IMDb studio at Acura Festival Village to talk about writing the film.
We just want people to really like it and for it to do well.
Amazon Studios also snapped up CIA thriller The Report with Oscar nominee Adam Driver, which is already generating buzz for 2020 awards, as well as heartfelt comedy Brittany Runs a Marathon with Jillian Bell. Both movies sold for $14 million.
Please, I really need this. I need it. Okay?
New Line's purchase of Bruce Springsteen musical Blinded by the Light for $15 million was the second biggest payday Sundance has ever seen, after the 2016 sale of The Birth of a Nation for $17.5 million to Fox Searchlight. And the bidding wars are far from finished, as buyers fight for the rights to titles like Demi Moore comedy Corporate Animals and bonkers futuristic sci-fi Paradise Hills with Emma Roberts and Mila Jovovich.
You're the queen of the future.
What
is it like in the future? Tell us.
The future, my future is amazing. So it looks very bright. I need shade.
And our third big takeaway is that horror is here to stay at Sundance. Last year, Hereditary was the hit that immediately inspired comparisons to previous fan favorites The Babadook and It Follows. After taking in almost $80 million at the worldwide box office, Hereditary became the high water mark for 2019 comparisons. So A24 and DirecTV partnered to snap up another family horror, The Hole in the Ground.
Mommy, where are you?
It hits DirecTV on January 31st, theaters on March 1st, and you can add this and all the Sundance buzzworthy titles to your watch list right now. And for more of what's trending, stay tuned to imdb.com/imdbrief.